At this point, it's actually crazy how much I love you guys. Like, you just do absolute bits. On the last video, you absolutely smashed it with the liking and the commenting. You got it into the algorithm, and it's now on almost 10,000 views, which is just mental. So I really appreciate you. But we've got a challenge now. We've got to try and beat that on the last one. Now, again, dropped about 10 hours on this video, all copyrighted music, so I'll never make anything off this. This is purely for you guys, purely for your entertainment. So if you do enjoy the video, I would absolutely love it if you could drop a like, drop a comment for the algorithm. And if you haven't already, if you're new to this channel, drop a subscribe, because we've got loads more coming just like this and even better. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy. Let's get on with it.
Come visit me on the West Coast, baby, I let you go. Won't care about the things they say that we can't do. They hate you out on the East Coast, give you no free throws. My heart is breaking, knowing you're not living like you.
Please don't shout, I think you'll make it out, no doubt. I think you'll land on your 2 feet. I think you'll figure these things out. Saying slow your roll, you think the worst stuck on my own. I'll brand it on the side of your face when you don't know.
Right, today, day in the life, a realistic day in the life, because last video, if you saw it, I appreciate all of the support on that. You absolutely smashed that. But yeah, last video was kind of like me at my best performance, like mental state and productivity levels, hence the extremely productive day in the life. Now, obviously, I'm not like that 24/7. No one can be like that 24/7 unless you literally dedicate your entire life to being as productive as possible. But yeah, I kind of find that my levels of productivity and levels of being like that, it fluctuates. And I'd say that is my state between about a third and half of the time, and then the rest of the time is probably like 60 to 80% of that. Hence this morning, obviously this morning you saw me get up at 7:30. I say get up, that is when my alarm went off. My alarm went off at 7:30, and then YouTube, being my kryptonite, kept me in bed until about 15 minutes ago. It's now 10:15. But yeah, now we're getting up, we're getting on with it. Obviously we've got mocks coming up, which are pretty much our actual exams, so I'm going to be revising a lot for that, and I'm going to be writing down and planning exactly how I'm revising for those. I'm also going to be dabbling in a bit of Anki cue cards, because I've never used digital cue cards before, apart from a bit like Quizlet. A lot of people have been suggesting it, and I thought, you know what, why not give it a try now? And yeah, it's going to be good. Hope you enjoy. I'm going to crack on with making some of those Anki cue cards now. No. I'm going to eat breakfast while I make those cue cards, then I'm going to freshen up, then I'm going to go to school. So let's crack on with it. Realistic day in the life of a sixth form student. Let's go.
그저 내 삶은 다 하루를 대충 때우기에 급급했었잖아. 우리의 낮, 우리의 밤, 그대 우리의 삶. UAREMY like 서로 채팅하는 법 서로의 다. Strawberry sky. Cause I get so lost in blueberry eyes. I'm running through my dreams too. See you in my life. Cause I get so lost in blueberry eyes. I get so lost in.
Right, Jesus. Okay, luckily today I'm not, oh wait, no I am. I was about to say I'm not quite as late as I was in the last video. Honestly, my concept of time has just fully died. I was looking at the time like, okay, I've got to be at school in 15 minutes, that means I can leave in 15, and then obviously not. Yeah, anyway though, I set up the Anki, set up all of those cue cards, I'm going to be making those later. They seem like they're going to be good. The user interface is pretty awful. Other than that, like, they're probably going to be quite helpful, so I'm going to give them a try. But we're rolling over to school now. We've got 2 hours of practical. That'll be good. We'll make a nice change from one of the lessons that we really haven't had. And then yeah, we'll crack on with everything. But I just want to emphasize that point that obviously being productive all the time, it's not really possible. It's not going to happen. Obviously there's things you can do to combat that, but it's balancing the sacrifices that you have to make so that you still enjoy all of the time you have. Like this morning, I was really not motivated to make this video because, well, I was, but having basically perfected the last video, I was trying to make this video to live up to that one, and I knew that that was going to be a really difficult task. So I woke up in the morning, I was like, well, what do I do? And that kind of prompted procrastination with YouTube and stuff. And it's things like that, little systems that you need to try and combat. But yeah, you just learn. It's an iterative process, and you get towards being a fully competent version of yourself. And that's what today's about. So this is kind of like a more realistic day. It's kind of balancing the procrastination with the motivation and getting stuff done even when you don't want to. So I'm gonna whip over to school now. Let's go. It's funny, I always see people like as I'm driving into school walking past. I do like driving, not gonna lie. I like it a lot. Thank you. You should know. You should know.
When you think you've done enough, then you love me harder.
Right, I'm like a minute late, so cross over to the lesson. Let's go.
Give up, then you love me harder. Cause you know I need that.
Well, that's half of it. Yeah, that half of lunch, and now we're off to maths clinic. I'll bust that out and then go get the workout. Let's go. Right, okay, I'm leaving school now. Let me just shut the window so no one hears me, because that would be orcs. Yeah, leaving school now. Had a maths clinic, that was good. We went over some McLaren expansion, McLaren series. It was nice. I'll try that there. No, it's not gonna stay. Oh, it's done! Do you want a lift? Right, okay, I'm dropping them off and then going to work out at James's. Gonna be solid. See you in a bit.
Unless I stuck by you, you're a sunflower. I think your love would be too much, or you'd be left in the dust. Unless I stuck by you, you're the sunflower. You're the sunflower. Every time I'm leaving on you, you don't make it easy, no. Wish I
Okay, right, I'm back from the old studio. It is currently, hold on, let's sort this out a bit. Set some good lighting, get it all ready. Oh, yeah, so time is now 3:44. I'm working out at 4 o'clock at James's in his garden. So I'm gonna drive over there in literally like 5 minutes, but I just want to stop in, check on everything. But basically, we had, obviously, this morning, the work and everything that I showed you this morning. We had the practical in physics. We then had Maths Connect. I also did a little bit more on Anki on cue cards in sixth form. But what I've got left to do today is quite a lot, to be fair. So going over finishing that workout, then I've got some maths to do. I've got to make 2 decks of cue cards on Anki. I've got to mark the maths mocks that we've just had, do some chemistry questions, and take my COVID test. So we've got the first self-test kit. Whether I do that tonight or tomorrow morning, I'm not sure. I don't think it actually matters, but yeah, I need to do that. I'm gonna go get changed and then hit the workout. Chest and back today, so I'm absolutely gassed. It's gonna be a solid one. Haven't worked out chest and back in about a week. So let's go. Okay, annoyingly, I couldn't actually find the gym top that I wanted to wear, but this will have to do.
You are now listening to Young Jinx. You are now listening to Young Jinx.
Put in the work for years for this ain't no coincidence. Back then when I was so lit, now I'm lit, they're pissed. That bees, they curved the kid back then when I was so lit. Now I'm lit, they're pissed. Told bro that you gotta take it slow, but he knows cry pace so he won't go lit. Went 3 for 3, now 6 for 6. Put in the work for years for this ain't no coincidence. I did have to take them trips. They talking shit and they make me sick. I said school and they made me rich. We did sell crack on the 80s ting. The jakes on us and they pray we slip. Said school and I broke the law. Told little bro gotta stay in school. Telling the kids this ain't cool. I'm so hypocritical. I just missed the call, my bros in the field not bullying fools. So cocaine and molly and all. Told mum Z don't worry at all. Step in the band, oh honey I'm home. The local fiends don't vouch, you won't get served. The cat's unknown, I don't owe no, I made money alone. That bees they curved the kid back then when I was so lit. Now I'm lit, they're pissed. Told bro that you gotta take it slow, but he knows cry pace so he won't go lit. Went 3 for 3, now 6 for 6. Put in the work for years for this ain't no coincidence. I did have to take them trips. Could've been in the bin if it weren't for the gloves that I had when I rapped that Riz. That kid got nicked on an amateur ting, got bang that cling, take precaution. If you knew the risk we took to get paid, you wouldn't look at me the same. My bro got the wickedest aim, we're bringing the blicky on stage. They hating, I'm really unfazed, haha, don't test my patience. Half of the hood they show, man, love this beat that the rest are hating. Now got gal all around, still more over the west, my favourite. These cats are domesticated, James in the station investigating. That bees they curved the kid back then when I was so lit. Now I'm lit, they're pissed. Told bro that you gotta take it slow, but he knows cry pace so he won't go lit. Went 3 for 3, now 6 for 6. Put in the work for years for this ain't no coincidence. I did have to take them trips. That bees they curved the kid back then when I was so lit. Now I'm lit, they're pissed. Told bro that you gotta take it slow, but he knows cry pace so he won't go lit. Went 3 for 3, now 6 for 6. Put in the work for years for this ain't no coincidence. I did have to take them trips.
Alright, workout is done. That was a solid workout, I love that. Sign is just brilliant as well. So I'll whip home now, can have a shake, maybe some dinner if it's ready, all served up, and then obviously just go in, yeah, going home, doing all of the work. So we've got a fair bit of work to do that obviously didn't manage to do this morning as much as I'd hoped, but we'll get it done, hopefully. I usually find that after workouts I just get so tired, and in the evenings it's so much harder to work. I'll probably end up having a coffee or something which will keep me up to do the work, but then there's that like knock-on effect of slightly reduced sleep and stuff like that. But honestly, given the fact that our exams in literally 2 weeks, I'm prepared to sacrifice a bit of sleep to get everything done. But yeah, I'm hoping this day, sorry about the lighting, it's not really focusing on me It's a bit dark. But I'm hoping this day is kind of showing you more of the realistic day, because obviously whenever it was last Tuesday, first day back, extremely productive, mental space was top, like just perfection, and it was all really good. Yeah, it's never going to be like that 24/7, so this is a bit more of kind of the realistic day in life. This is on the lower end of the work spectrum, not quite getting as much done as I usually would, but it is somewhere in the middle. Anyway, I am absolutely starving, and if I keep speaking, I'm going to faint, so I will see you with some food. Let's go. Oh, watch out, cooking. Oh. Nice, okay, so I'm back from the shower. I had the shower, I had the shake, I've had a bit of coffee, and we're kind of ready to get some work now. I'm gonna have my dinner after I've done all the work. I'm gonna be making a video on my way of structuring my days without feeling like I have no free time. Because the way I do things is I make myself feel like all of my time is free, and then I delegate it as and how I need to. So it doesn't make me feel stressed and overwhelmed with what I have to do, because I don't have to do it, even though I still do, if that makes sense. Yeah, so basically I have kind of two main things. I have Notion, which is where I store all of the tasks and things I need to do, or that I want to do, and then I kind of block off my time. So I do it kind of generally, so like on weekends it'll be a day of paid work, a day of YouTube editing and stuff. On weekdays it'll be like evenings are for schoolwork, stuff like that, and I just kind of fill it with the stuff that I need to do, or the stuff I want to do, which means, and doing it that way gives me a lot of flexibility to do what I want when I want, essentially. So today I'd obviously written this morning to do some cue cards, the organic synthesis and practical techniques, but now I'm not going to do that because tomorrow turns out we're going over polar coordinates. We've just been told we're going over polar coordinates, so I'm going to make cue cards on polar coordinates, and just it doesn't mean I have to change anything because I don't have that defined structure. I can just not do that task and choose a different task that relates better to what we're doing tomorrow. And I'm also going to be going over kinetics 2 for chemistry rather than going over practical techniques, because we're doing kinetics 2 in lesson tomorrow. So I kind of can pick and choose the stuff that I want to do as and when I need it. Now I'm also going to completely contradict that in a bit, because I'm going to be planning the next 2 weeks of revision for chemistry mock. But it's almost like you have different scenarios, so when I'm not kind of pressured by imminent mocks, this method works really well because all of my time is free. I have a better mental state and I can just pick and choose tasks as and when I want to do them. But then with the run up to like exams and stuff, you have to have a bit more rigidity to make sure that you cover everything, and that's what I'm going to be going into in a bit. But I'm going to go head out to the office now, have some more coffee. It's currently 6:30. I reckon they'll all take about 3 hours in total. Let's crack on with that, feeling a bit more motivated, so let's get it on. Let's go. Okay, so this is actually my dad's office, but he's not working at the moment, so I'm going to be working in here doing all of the work. It's a bit of a nicer setup, and as I always say, a change of scene makes you more motivated, so just changing it up every now and then definitely helps productivity, hence why I'm here, not in my room. So crack on with it. I'm going to start with the Anki cue cards, just whack them off the computer. Let's go. Oh, also I'm going to be doing Pomodoro work, so I'll probably try and get 3 hours done. So that's about 6 or 7 Pomodoro sessions. Yeah, I'm using the Focus Keeper app that I mentioned in one of the last episodes of this series. That is at 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. So I'll catch you in the next 5 minutes. Let's go.
Cheers, here's to nothing, hold the tears. What for something can we drink? Drink to nothing, can we toast to the pain? Let's toast to the pain.
Okay, we're on the first 5-minute breaks. That means you've done 25 minutes. We've got 2 minutes remaining left. But what I like to do on these breaks is kind of just get things off my mind. Like if I find myself getting distracted within the 25 minutes and something's kind of preoccupying my mind, whether that's like sending a message or an email or something, I'll do that in the 5-minute break, just so it's off my mind so I can tackle the next set of work fresh. I also just like to blast some music that I really like, because then it kind of, you know, when you listen to music and just your overall satisfaction with everything just grows exponentially. It's like that. Like if I find myself getting bored with the work and kind of just getting lost in the work and not really enjoying it, I'll just blast out some heavy music or some like really upbeat poppy music in the 5-minute break, and that kind of just resets my mind. It gives me enough kind of fuel to tackle the next period. Yeah, so anyway, I've got about a minute left and then we get another 25 minutes. Let's go.
heartbreaks, can't make a mind move. Switch whips like I switch my shoes. I'm sending every text with balloons, cause I'm sick of being sad, I just wanna be happy. Sick of reminiscing, wanna put it all past me. I miss my friends, but my friends are all depressed. Let's toast to the pain, let's toast to the stress. Like cheers.
Okay, right, break number 2. So I just finished the next set of work and it's calm because all I've got now is for the organic cue cards anyway, I've just got to make cue cards on that and that. 6 reactions there, and then go on to aromatics, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 12 more cue cards, and bearing in mind I've probably done about the same amount, so it's probably going to take me another 2 of these periods. I'm probably going to be doing the chemistry until 9 o'clock, and then I've still got to do everything else. So what's that like? Let's check it out. Microsoft to do. Oh my god. So plan the revision for the next 2 weeks. Make cue cards on polar coordinates. That alone is going to take like 2 hours. And then kinetics 2 cue cards. So what I might do is go over the kinetics and plan the next 2 weeks, but then maybe do the polar coordinates in the morning. I'll see how I get on. But anyway, I've got 5 minutes left in this break, so let's go.
Counting like damn, throw me something, I don't pass, I keep on puffing, and them cones she keep on stuffing. Every day we get high, I ain't making no plans. If I'm late, blame it on something. Tell them don't even wait, cause I'm taking all day. All work, no play, don't relate, so what? I'm filling my cup, yeah.
Okay, right, 3rd break, so I've got 4 minutes. Yeah, so we're now an hour and a half into the study session. I've got 5 more of these. Yeah, 5 more of these to write. The Anki's been good so far. So I've got my deck. I don't know if you can see that. So there's 20 cue cards, like new cue cards in that deck, and I just need to go over those. And you can actually see it on the desktop version. Like go into all of the cue cards. But you pretty much just click on that, and then it goes through them all. And then you click show answer. So for example, how do you go from an alkane or an alkene to a dihalogenic alkane? Well, all you have to do is react it with a halogen. So for example, bromine at room temperature and just shake it together, and that's actually the test for an alkene. So I click show answer, you mix it with a halogen at room temperature and pressure. That is what I said, so I put really easy, and then it shows me again in less than 4 days. And obviously if it was hard, the harder it is, the sooner it shows it you again, so it kind of helps you to ingrain that in your memory. I'm going to try it out, see if I like it, see if I want to use it for uni and stuff like that. But anyway, we've got 3 minutes 30 left on the clock for the break, so I'm going to bust out some music again before we crack on with the next 25-minute period. Let's go. Okay, now on to the 4th break. So we've got 3. Whoa! I've got a 5-minute break now. I've just finished all of the chemistry cue cards. That's done, and I've actually been through quite a few of them, so I'm kind of learning them as I go. But that is now all sorted. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go and do polar coordinates, and then we're going to go over the kinetics cards. So the polar coordinates, if I get done tonight, that'll be amazing, and it'll mean I'll have time to go over kinetics for tomorrow's lesson, but also revision for the chemistry mock I've got coming up. But if I don't get the polar coordinates done tonight, I'll stop there and I'll do the kinetics cue cards in the morning, so I've still got that coming fresh to lesson. I think I'm going to deprioritize the planning my revision for the next 2 weeks, because going over the chemistry cue cards is actually revision, so I'm kind of tackling the revision before I planned it in, because I feel like if I'm planning instead of actually revising, then it's kind of just like procrastinating the revision, if you know what I mean. So yeah, kinetics cue cards and polar coordinates are priority, and then we're going to be planning the revision for the next 2 weeks after. This day's turned out into a pretty productive day, to be fair. We've got the workout done, we've done the maths clinic, we've done the work at school, and then we've done, well, it will be about 2-3 hours of work in the evening, which is nice. But obviously within that, I've still had loads of times where I haven't been productive. Like, you don't have to be productive throughout the whole day to accomplish loads. Like, I woke up at 7:30, slept into, well, no, I didn't sleep in, but I woke up at 7:30, watched YouTube in bed until 10, then had breakfast, did some work, went into school, had physics practical, then had lunch at school, then did the maths clinic, then came back, had some food, went out for the workout, got back from the workout, spent like half an hour watching videos, having a shower and just eating something. So I was kind of like putting it off there because I was just watching YouTube videos. Then grabbed some coffee, grabbed some water and came out to work. So like, we've done loads. Oh, and also while I was having lunch, like, we're socialising, we're speaking to people, which is calm. So like, in this day, even though I've spent like 2 hours watching videos, I've had loads of time with my mates, I've worked out, we've still managed to do all of the lessons we had. We still managed to go to maths clinic. We still managed to do pretty much 3 hours work by the end of this, and it hasn't like compromised anything, if you know what I mean. You don't have to be 24 hours a day motivated, productive, getting stuff done. If you have a 2-hour binge on YouTube and stuff, that's fine. A lot of people, what they do is they see, this is me included because I used to do this all the time, but you'd see that 2-minute or 2-hour binge as just awful, and then you're just screwed for the rest of the day, so you don't do anything, and that binge spirals into a whole day off. Even though you've had that 2-hour binge, you can slowly start to compose yourself. You've had 2 hours, yeah, that's fine. Obviously it's not ideal, but it's not bad. Like, you can have that binge and then just come back to the remaining 22 hours of the day. Like, you've still got loads of time to be productive and get the work that you need to do done. So don't let like small periods throughout the day of being unmotivated ruin your whole day of productivity, if you get me. Yeah, a lot of people just kind of just disregard entire days, including myself, when they feel like that. And it's easy to do that, but it's also easy just to enjoy that time and keep pushing it back. But then when, say, you go to school after that, coming back from that with a fresh mind, you can tackle the work. So it might be that, okay, you watch 2 hours of Netflix, but then you take a break to go eat food. You'll come back from that food maybe in a different mindset, and then you can just tackle the work rather than just going back to the binge. Because what happens is, I'm deep in this way too much now, but say you binge stuff, you get into that mindset, okay, I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to make the lunch, and then I'm going to come back up and watch those videos. Now, when you're making that lunch, when you're having that lunch, your mindset changes, but that previous thought of going back to the videos makes you go back to the videos. It's kind of like writing off the whole day, because once you've done the 2-hour binge, you're like, okay, I'm just going to keep binging after I've had my lunch. But when you're making that lunch, your mindset actually switches and you're more ready and more open to work. So if you did do work then, you'd be able to, but you've already instilled that idea of going back to watch the videos. So you do that, and then that spirals into another binge. So even though you can have the intention to go back and watch the videos when you go get lunch, but after lunch, just try and sit down and do work. And more often than not, you'll smash it out and it won't be a wasted entire day, and it'll be calm. Speaking of wasting time, I've just wasted my break, my 5-minute break, just talking about this. So I'm gonna crack on with another 25-minute period, and it's gonna be polar coordinates. Let's go.
I was smoking cigarettes on patios. I was drinking beer with my friends. I was trying to boogie down the night, vodka with the Sprite. Here we go again. I was smoking cigarettes on patios. I was throwing money in the air.
Okay, it's now 10 PM. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I finished my dinner, and that's more water and stuff like that. Shattered though, absolutely shattered. I'm gonna try and finish one set of these cue cards, and then just wake up early-ish to do the chemistry. Yeah, so that should be good. And then I actually need to get to bed soon, so I'm just gonna power through these cue cards and hopefully get them all done ASAP. So let's just crack on with it, shall we?
Just started, might not make it home. Just a bunch of runaways, but we only run into the grave. Nothing you can really say. I was smoking cigarettes on patios. I was drinking beer with my friends. I was trying to boogie down the night, vodka with the Sprite. Here we go again. I was smoking.
Right, we've smashed that. Time is now 10:30. We finished the polar coordinates cue cards. We've done all of the chemistry stuff, so all it is left to do is the kinetics of chemistry in the morning. So I'll probably get to sleep about 10:30 now. I'll probably FaceTime Liv, get ready for bed. So sleep by like 1:15, and then I'll probably get up about 7. So that's about 8 hours sleep, and then I'll do the revision in the morning, go into school, smash it out, stay at school, do work, and edit a video tomorrow. Yeah, it's been good. I'm absolutely destroyed. I am so dead. I just need sleep. Oh, I'm so good. Just go to sleep here, not gonna lie. Right, good night. See you in the morning. Okay, right, I'm actually in bed now, but I completely forgot to mention, and I wanted to mention this, but obviously when you're working at school this last week, it's obviously been great staying back and working, but one thing I have noticed is obviously we haven't spoken to anyone in like months because of lockdown, so I've been speaking, like just talking to people out way more than I usually would, and I mean, I just get a lot less done. It's probably still more than at home, but yeah, it's just an interesting point, but I think there's like having that nice balance, like you want to be able to speak to people because you haven't for ages, and
and that is something that you want to make those like experiences before we leave. So I'm also going to be doing some sick stuff for sixth form before I leave, because we've only got like 8 weeks left and then we never go back. How mad is that? So we're going to have to do some crazy stuff. Now that that's out of the way, I'm actually going to see you tomorrow morning. Right, bye. So dead. Right, I'm going to get on with today. I'll catch up with you on Sunday. See you later. Right, it is now Sunday, and yeah, I've just finished up that 10-hour edit. It has been one of the most fun edits I've ever done. Again, like the last one, I just think it bangs, and I'm really enjoying this kind of content. Even with the copyrighted music, I just feel like it flows better and is more engaging. But yeah, anyway, last week, it's been good. We've got a decent amount done. It's kind of followed similar suit to that. I did have a bit of news about one of the videos I was meant to be posting. Basically, the video that I was meant to be posting, it's a sick video and I spent ages on it, but it was based around a character, and that character is now involved in some controversy, so I don't think it would be fair for me to post that video until that's either been resolved, or posting it with the awareness that my intent is not to support that character, if that makes sense. But yeah, anyway, I've also just planned my entire week, because I've got my first mock next Tuesday, not this Tuesday coming, today's Sunday. You'll see this on Monday. I don't have the mock on Tuesday, but it's the Tuesday after. That's the first actual kind of exam for my A-levels pretty much, so I'm blasting out a lot of revision. I've planned to do 5 hours a day, but knowing the plans, I'll probably end up doing about 3 or 4 hours a day. Then I'll have a video coming on exactly how you can get 9s and A stars in the 2021 exams, and all of the stuff that's coming up, basically how you can get all of the grades you want this year. So that'll be a banger. If you do want to see that, don't forget to subscribe. Also, I'd really appreciate it if you haven't already. Drop us a like, maybe a comment for the YouTube algorithm. Otherwise, you can follow me on Instagram down there, Snapchat down there. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy the next one. See you then.
I live inside my own world of make-believe.